recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Z Games.
Z Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at ZEDGamesAU.
Hello. I like our theme. It's funky.
I know. It is. It's good.
Hi.
Hi.
Wait, did I say it?
No, you didn't say the normal usual.
Hey.
Hey. It's Maylee Day.
It's Maylee Day. Again, I'm back. Peter's back. We were here last week and we're like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Turns out we did.
Yep.
We're back.
We're coming back again.
You'll never be rid of us.
No. Well, I hope not. Not unless there's big votes about it or something. I don't know.
Nah, we'll rig them.
We'll rig them?
Because I am the mayor of Game City.
You are?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can rig anything.
That's a reference for about a couple of months ago for those that have been listening.
For the real fans.
Oh dear. Yes. Rig the election.
So what are we here to talk about tonight?
Games.
I don't know. I've always feel the need to ask that, but the answer is always games.
Yes. Gaming related things.
Here we are on 4ZZZ and we're talking about video games. That's what we love to do. We love video games.
Yes, and we are part of Z Games.
Yes.
Here on 4ZZZ. Talking about news, reviews, games, anecdotes, things, tabletop video, card, war table, top gaming. I don't know. I don't think anybody here generally has a main passion for it. But I did just find a new Warhammer army that I am very interested in painting, and I shall show Maylee the images and we can talk about it later.
Wargaming is like cards, like card gaming. It scares me because I know that if I tried it and I liked it, there would be, all my money would be gone. See,
I enjoy the painting and I enjoy the lore. I hate playing the game.
Well, I can paint my D&D minis and my Cyberpunk minis and that. I like the painting. I'm terrible at it. Oh my God, the other day I got out one of the first minis I've ever painted. Yeah. She looks possessed and evil.
How old were you when you painted it though?
It was not that long. I would have been 5 years ago. 5 years ago?
That's still 5 years of experience. You know, if you'd kept doing it consistently, you would have improved.
So I was like,
everybody's first mini is horrible. Everybody's first mini is horrible.
Okay, that makes
hands are shaky, you're not too sure where to put the paint or how much paint to put on or whether you've got enough or even the right color and other things like that. So I'm sure everybody... Hey, get on our Facebook page and share your images of your first minis so that Maylee can feel better. I would love to see a collection of people's first minis and then where you've progressed.
I'll add mine in when I get home. I don't have a photo of her now because she scares me, but I'll take a photo. Yeah. Put it on.
No, that's relevant to that though. My mates have just gone into D&D this year and they've finally started painting their own minis.
It's a rough year to get into D&D.
I know.
I'm sorry for that.
I know, but they're excited about it and I've been playing for many years, but they've finally gotten into it. They've finally got their minis. They're finally starting to paint them. They're really getting into it. So good on you guys.
Hell yeah. Get some tabletop in ya.
Yeah.
We would keep going on forever and ever and ever, and maybe we'll come back to talk more about this, but I think now we go to the news that has been prepared to see what's been going on in the gaming sphere this week.
This week in gaming news. Nintendo held a double direct event this week, starting with an indie world followed by a partner showcase. Kicking off the indie world, there was a reveal of free DLC for this year's mega indie hit, Balatro. The Friends of Jimbo update adds cosmetic cards from titles such as The Witcher, Vampire Survivors, Dave the Diver, and Among Us. Fans of the visual novel series Coffee Talk got a surprise with Coffee Talk Tokyo, showing the path forward after the 2022 death of the series' original creator, Fami. The spin-off features much of the same talent from the original games, including the composer and Kimitaka Ogawa, who did the Japanese translation of the original games and has moved into a writing role. The game is expected in 2025. The Indie World presentation wrapped with the announcement that the cult hit Pizza Tower would be releasing on Switch. The 90s cartoon, Wario Land-inspired platformer will be released right now. The partner showcase featured Tetris Forever, a celebration of the Tetris franchise releasing in time for the original game's 40th anniversary. It includes classic Tetris games like Tetris, Tetris 2 plus Bomb Bliss, and Tetris Battle Gaiden, plus a new mode called Tetris Time Warp that switches the player between game styles at random. Tetris Forever is due later this year. A new Capcom fighting game collection was announced, and the Marvel vs. Capcom's Fighting Collection got a release date. The Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection launches on September 12th as a digital release and November 22nd for physical. Capcom Fighting Game Collection 2 features Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, Plasma Sword, and, most importantly, Power Stone and Power Stone 2, including online play. The collection is scheduled for a 2025 release. A collection of the Nintendo DS Castlevania games was announced and released. The Castlevania Dominus collection contains Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, and Dawn of Sorrow. The show ended with the announcement that Yakuza Kiwami would be coming to the Switch and would be available on October 24th. There was lots more to see, so check out the presentations online. Here's some news nibbles. Foam Stars, the Splatoon-inspired PlayStation multiplayer game, is going free to play on October 4th. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp will be closing down its live services on November 28th. October will release a paid standalone version of the game players can transfer their camps into. Sonic 3, the movie that is, has a trailer featuring Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog and double the Jim Carrey. In the cleanup from Gamescom, there was a packed Future Games Show stream. There were many announcements and updates, but perhaps the most surprising was a theme park simulator based on Mars, using the Mars Attacks license called Mars Attracts. Wizards of the Coast announced that along with the release of the new updated rules for 5th edition D&D, they would remove the existing content on the D&D Beyond platform that players had paid for. They have since backed down from the decision following massive backlash. Valve's worst kept secret, Deadlock, the 5 vs 5 hero shooter, has finally been officially announced. This was after a weekend where the game was ranked number 3 on Steam's most played leaderboard. Concord, PlayStation's latest attempt at a live service game, has had an unspectacular release with less than 700 concurrent players on Steam on release day. This has led to many meme comparisons, including pointing out that this number is worse than the launch of the much maligned The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Some upcoming game releases. August 30th will see Akeem Bop for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and PC, Bloodless for PC, Emio, The Smiling Man, a Famicom Detective Club game, on Switch, Gory Cuddly Carnage on PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms, Switch and PC, Gundam Breaker 4 on PlayStation platforms, Switch and PC, Monster Jam Shadows on PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms, Switch and PC, Squirrel with a Gun on PC, Visions of Mana on PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms and PC, Star Wars Outlaws on PS5, Xbox Series X and S and PC. September the 3rd will see Sumerian 6 on PC, while September 4th will bring us Harry Potter Quidditch Champions on PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms, Switch and PC, and Star Trucker on PC. Finally, on September 5th, we'll get Age of Mythology Retold on Xbox platforms and PC. That's all this week, you f***ing animals. Back to you, Maylee.
You said a swear. What the? Almost. I didn't
What,
do
the
it.
French?
Paul, that is not respectable language. And we will be having a talk about this later.
Of course we will.
So, moving on.
Yep.
Sorry, everyone, I got frazzled. We are back after a little news bite from Paul. And
There was a lot of news there, not just a little.
it was
Paul
a buffet of news.
I do love a good buffet. I miss Sizzler. Oh.
So I have been asked to bring something to light in the news. It was mentioned about the Sonic movie, the new trailer.
Yes.
And that's all very exciting. And I want
It was a good trailer.
to preface this that I know very little about
Yep.
Sonic lore, the Sonic movies. I know very little about
Yep.
it.
Don't go digging too deep. There is way too many very interested fans out there.
That's fair, and I respect all of you. I just want you to know that I don't know what I'm saying, but I have been asked, and I have agreed to dedicate this episode. I believe it's episode 743. Is that what we're at? Gosh,
Yep.
that's so 743 episodes of Sad Games. This one is in honor of that little girl that Shadow is friends with dying.
Yes.
We want her to die real bad.
Well, so that Shadow gets more trauma specifically, so it's justified with all of his badassery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what any of that means. I don't normally advocate for child stuff, but in a movie, kill her. Give him that tragic backstory.
Yep.
Then give him a gun. Give him 3 guns and a dead friend. That's all.
Yep.
I was going to say man, but I don't know if he counts as a man.
No, he's a hedgehog.
Yeah, that's all a hedgehog needs in life.
Well, that hedgehog specifically.
Do you know anything more about the Sonic franchise than I do?
I have watched most of the different animations over the year. I've played most of the games and things as well. I enjoy it, but I don't know any of the deep lore.
Okay.
Tails is Sonic's friend. Knuckles was an adversary turned friend. There's a whole bunch of other people in there. Amy with a mallet, I believe.
Maria did to deserve her death?
No, apparently from memory she was sick or something and on the space station undergoing tests and whatnot, and Shadow was also there being tested on. They became friends, but it was by Robotnik's dad or grandfather, someone in his family history sort of idea, but it wasn't necessarily legal. Anyway, it gets raided, she dies, Shadow's the only one left, he goes on a rampage, something else happens.
I've just seen something. I've just seen a sign from the heavens has come down, so I wanted to... I know that the Sonic movie is coming out at the end of this year, and I wanted to know what's the specific date so we can get it. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie, is coming out on my birthday, so I think that's a clear sign that I need to catch up on all the Sonic lore that ever exists, and then go see it on my birthday, and then
Just
I will...
none of the fan fiction.
None of the
fan fiction. Don't touch the fan fiction.
Isn't that like most of the meat of the Sonic world?
No, there's comics. There was the animated series in the late 80s, 90s, then the newer ones as well. Various different time frames, all the different games and whatnot too.
Okay,
but
well...
not fan fiction. That gets rather adult rather quickly.
That's fair. Zahra,
yes,
our fearless leader,
yes,
and
Sonic aficionado. Yep.
I was also going to say aficionado. It just seems right.
It's on the same wavelength.
Has said, no, don't touch the fan fiction.
Yeah. I know not to touch the fan fiction, and I'm not that deep into it. I just know not to.
Damn. Yeah. I've read fan fiction in my day, but clearly Sonic fan fiction is a different beast.
Yes.
Actually,
don't
I said that
beast.
like I was...
Yep.
I said it like I'm surprised, but I think I do know.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we need to leave. Maybe we need
to get some music going.
4ZZZ's been celebrating the ways community sounds different since 1975. And we'd like to thank all the like-minded comrades who've supported us in amplifying our special homebrewed sound during Radiothon through subscribing, donating and buying merch. If you're late to the party, hurry over to 4ZZZ.org.au now. We've kept a few big prize draws open just for you. Not to mention, you'll still enjoy the coveted warm inner glow we all get from subscribing to 4ZZZ.
That was We Ain't Came to Lose from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Probably also another franchise you don't want to be digging too far into the fan fiction of.
Yep.
But we've just received a
listener text message.
Yes, to emphasize the dangers of Sonic fan fiction. So, Peter, you will...
So this is going to be in exactly Ben's voice.
Thank you, Ben Dundon.
Yes, thank you, Ben. Think of every negative stereotype about fan fiction you know. Then throw all of that out because Sonic fan fiction gets worse than all that. Also, probably the source of a good amount of the stereotypes to begin with, to be honest. I'm not even a Sonic fan. I've just been on the internet too much and too long.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Ben.
Yes, I'm sorry for your loss there as well, Ben. That is way too much internet for today. Turn it off.
Frankly, I'm sorry to everyone who's been listening for bringing up Sonic fan fiction.
It gets people going on either side of the fence.
Yeah, I can see that. I kicked a hornet's nest. So
hedgehog nest. Yep, I said it.
So I'm gonna head back. I'm just quick.
Speaking of Sonic fans, Zahra's got something for us.
Zahra has got something for us.
But it's not Sonic related as far as I'm aware.
No, it is a review for a game called The Star Named... Now, I don't know what this star is named. Is it named EOS or EOS? I don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure, in the review.
Or is it E0S because it can't be, named EOS because somebody already took that name?
No, it's EOS.
It's EOS?
It's EOS.
Not E0S because it needs to be cool like a 12-year-old?
I don't know. Zahra will let us know.
We'll find out.
Take it away, Zahra.
When you gaze at the stars are also gazing back at you. They do not fade away just because you close your eyes, nor will they be dimmed by fleeting clouds. Just open your eyes, and you'll see shooting stars full of wishes. The Star Named EOS will have you in the shoes of Day, who retraces his mother's steps through letters, photography, and astronomy. A narrative puzzle game, every detail is an important clue, not just for the puzzles, but also for the story of Day, his mother's story, and the story of their relationship. This game is all presented in a 2D hand-drawn art style, filled with a lot of details and clues. The environment around you can interact in a semi-3D layout, so you can look all around you and interact with all the puzzles and clues around you. You will want to look around, not just for solving the puzzles, which I'll get to in a minute, but to also just absorb the environment around you. As an artist, it really is a treat for the eyes, and I found it really rewarding to take the time to observe my space. The concept is pretty simple. Read the letter from your mother and observe the photo she shared. Recreate that photo using the letter for clues and the environment around you. As you progress, you'll learn more about the relationship Day has with his mother, and you start to wonder, what is going on? What is happening? What has happened? I found myself speculating and then changing my theory of each level, but I simply cannot go further into the story as unraveling it for yourself is a large portion of this game. This is a narrative puzzle game, and there are a wide range of puzzles, some quite complicated, some requiring a lot of patience and a keen eye. You will need to interact with absolutely everything you can interact with, read everything you can read, and experiment a little bit, indulge in a bit of trial and error. I got to encounter some interesting math problems, a lot of hidden object mechanics, sliding block puzzles, all sorts. A few I flew right through, a few I struggled with. All quite beautiful or tied up into a story detail. However, there are no in-game hints, and there are some really challenging puzzles in The Star Named EOS. Sometimes the solution isn't the hard part, it's finding all the clues you need. I highly recommend keeping a little notepad nearby, as there are a lot of really significant details all over the place. If you observe something and it looks important, or it has dates, or you feel like it might be important, note it down. It'll probably come in handy sooner or later. If you do need to use a walkthrough, don't just enter the answer. Try to observe the source material for the answer as fully as possible. If you miss a clue, you've missed an important detail of Day's relationship with his mother. This is a short game, perhaps 2 to 3 hours if you get stuck at times like I did, so do take your time in finding those details. Headphones are highly recommended. The soundtrack is so worth experiencing in its entirety in-game. It sets the mood and the tone for each level, for each chapter, and structures the emotional journey of this game. In particular, I enjoyed the acoustic tones of the soundtrack. Piano, guitar, violin, lending something beautiful but also a little sad to this game. There is a fair amount of voice acting where Day's mother's letters are narrated. You can read the letters, and the game is subtitled, but it is another reason to wear headphones for this game, and to make sure you give yourself time to enjoy it. With all of that out of the way, I wanted to highlight an important mechanic: the camera. Taking photos and looking through the lens is very important in the game, and to the characters. There are photos you have to take, which are structured in a specific way. There are photos you need to take in order to solve a puzzle. And it really is so interesting what a camera can reveal. Zoom in on spaces, zoom out, play around with the camera, and take photos. Take lots of photos. This is a very beautiful game, where it's so obvious that a lot of thought and care went into every part of this game. The environments are gorgeous, and I'm so impressed at the way the devs managed to incorporate a 2D animated style in a 3D space, without breaking the 2D illusion. It's fluid, it's stunning, and although there is only really one set path for this game, it's not clear what the outcome would be. You jump around different points in time, and it's not always chronological. Day is a pretty quiet protagonist and doesn't feed you knowledge, leaving you free to interpret things yourself. That's not to say that this is an open-ended game. Eventually everything will be confirmed and locked in, and you all know for sure what happened. But I had a suspicion, and when it was confirmed, it wasn't met with a big hurrah. Instead, I exhaled, letting go of a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Not out of anxiety or fear or even sadness, but just remembering that the act of remembering is an act of love. The Star Named EOS is developed by Silver Lining Studio and is available on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. I played this on the Switch.
Hello, welcome back. Just want to give a quick shout out to Graham from Maruka.
Ooh.
Subscribing.
Thanks, Graham.
Hell yeah, Graham.
Loving the Sonic discussions. And the music.
Oh, loving or hating the Sonic discussions. It makes you passionate either way. And,
yeah.
I'm
but
happy.
Enough to want to subscribe to 4ZZZ and Z Games.
That's what matters.
Yeah. We love it. We do. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you very much, Graham.
Brush up on your pop culture knowledge for Netherworld's ongoing, fiercely competitive Trivia Night, every Wednesday from 6:30pm sharp. There are prizes each week for the top 3 teams, so you've got to be current on your movie, TV, games, and general weird stuff knowledge. Register your team online weekly at trivia.netherworldarcade.com. Netherworld is a proud sponsor of 4ZZZ.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to Z Games here on Triple Z.
That we are.
4ZZZ.
4ZZZ.
I don't know. I got so excited. I skipped it. Skipped the 4. I'm Maylee.
I am Peter.
And we're Z Games. We said that.
Yeah, we did.
You were just listening to Burning Rubber from Drift City Kings. Before that was Silk Cradle Purged from Cult of the Lamb.
Awesome game.
So, a very good game. Very
I love
good.
that it's 2-player now.
Yes.
It's fun.
I know that it's a plague on the industry that everything should be multiplayer, but me personally, I want everything to be multiplayer.
It adds on so much more complexity, but it's so much more fun to share the experience with somebody else.
But we are coming to the end of Tragically.
We are.
So we have to say goodbye. I just wanted to check in with you before we do. What have you been playing lately? What will you be playing in the next week?
WoW expansion came out. WoW expansion will continue.
Yes.
At least until September 9th. Then the one game that I've really been looking forward to this year, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, is finally coming out. Me and my battle brothers will be shooting many a Tyranid and
I'm excited
Chaos
for you.
Zeech minion. Yes.
I'm excited.
And then probably back to WoW again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good plan.
20th anniversary this year. Yeah.
I didn't swear.
Yeah. No, you didn't. You said French. Yes.
I've been playing Tavern Manager Simulator, which I was intending to review tonight, but we just got too caught up in the vibes and the good times around time. So I'm commandeering next week's show.
Okay.
I won't be here.
I look forward to hearing
but
about
I'll
it.
send it.
I love a good management sim, especially when it involves
It's pretty good.
a tavern.
I get to you get to sneak peek, you get to pick up passed out drunkards and
You actually get
throw
to toss them out?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's great.
There's other games that I can think of that have that sort of mechanic, but I won't name them because they can be offensive.
And then, of course, my most looked forward to game in the year is 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I know.
Frostpunk 2, it's coming. So in the past week, I was playing Tavern Manager Simulator, but I also recompleted every scenario in Frostpunk.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you're prepared for Frostpunk 2?
No.
No. Okay. Can you be prepared? Can you even be prepared
You can
enough
never be
for a
prepared.
sequel?
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll break my heart.
Maybe.
That's not good.
You kind of hope that it does.
Yeah, but in a good way, not in a disappointing way.
Yes. Just like Shadow and Maria.
We're not getting... Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. No more Sonic talk. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.